Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews, and this is my review for The Running Man.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy. Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews. Angry Andy Reviews.
Don't make me destroy you.
So, The Running Man. Is it a remake of the Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie from the 80s, or is it a more novel-focused attempt based on the novel by Stephen King? Who knows? I guess that's an argument for a lot of other people to have, but for me, it's an action movie starring Glen Powell, whose star presence seems to be on the up and up. It's directed by Edgar Wright of Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz fame, and it features an incredible cast of people beyond that. But what is this film about? Well, it's about a top-rated show called The Running Man in a near-future society when everything's going wrong and people are oppressed and needing help left, right and centre. The corporation controls everything, and the show features contestants who are down on the luck and desperate for a win as some hunters come after them. They must survive for 30 days in order to win the great monies, or they'll be brutally killed along the way. And Glen Powell plays Ben Richards. He's convinced by the show's showrunner, who's played by Josh Brolin, Dan Killian, to enter the game as a last resort to help save his ailing daughter and help his wife. Ben Richards is like, nah, I'm not going to follow your shit. You betrayed me. You're pointing me out to be this blood-soaked maniac, and I'm not going to stand for it. And he rises up against the corporation, against Killian, and as the ratings skyrocket, so does the dangerous things that he must go through and the challenges he has to deal with to survive this chaotic world. So, yeah, there you go. Now, this film has a lot of things that point towards live streaming and YouTube society where everything is put on live and on blast. There's no way you can get away from videos and CCTV surveillance. They've got these devices that can smell your DNA, which is absolutely terrifying. There's a lot of good ideas in this movie. The action's okay, it's a bit serviceable. It doesn't quite go to the extremes or the hilarity that the original movie did, which I think is a bit of a shame. You know, there's an opportunity here which we briefly get for some like really dark satire, really over-the-top violence, but it doesn't really go to either of those extremes. For me, this movie sits rather safely within the confines of those opposing ideas, those opposing elements. It doesn't do quite as much that The Running Man did with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where it's throwing out the cheesy one-liners, where it's upping the action, where it's, you know, a gore fest, where there's this carnage and stupidity in equal measure against this burning satire of reality TV. I mean, reality TV is everywhere now, and this film does point to a lot of that as well, the criticism of reality TV, the criticism of fake news. It's all here in this movie. But for whatever reason, it just never seems to get above that middling section. It never seems to reach a massive crescendo. The early portions of the movie, and even the middle section of the movie, are really pushing for. The film sadly peters out. The final third it's a bit of a wet lettuce. I've got to be honest with you, the ending I thought was atrocious. It's almost like they got to a point in the ending and went, oh, how do we finish this film? How do we finish this? And they do something with it. I'm not going to spoil too much, but they do something that's really obvious, and yet the final shot of the movie is so meh. It really is a fucking, oh, really? Alright then.
Not like this. Not like this.
Fine. Thanks for the memories. And this is a 2-hour movie. This is not a small, bang a minute movie. This is a movie that takes 2 hours to get to the end, and the reward for that 2 hours doesn't really feel there. It's a bit. It's disappointing, I've got to admit, and it's a shame because I think Glen Powell does really well in this movie. His traits are there. He's a brilliant character actor. You can see that a mile away with everything he's doing at the moment. I'm watching Chad Powers at the moment, and he's such a great character actor in there. We saw him in Twisters. He is good at what he does, and that's bringing out characters and accents and facial mannerisms. He brings that into this movie as well, and he is pretty much the leading man we need, I think, at this point, to take over from the likes of Tom Cruise and all of that. But the film doesn't do him any favours come the end of the movie. There's a really important emotional moment in the movie, and we don't get a reward for it. We don't get a reward for this mega betrayal that is supposedly happening to him in the movie. We don't get anything from it, and it's a massive shame. The action's okay, but like I said, it doesn't really punctuate you with, oh, fucking hell, that's brutal kind of thing. No, it plays it for laughs, which there's nothing wrong with, because of the original movie does the same. But when you have this heightened reality that the movie's trying to put against, fake news, reality TV, and how much society is completely fucked, it needed that brashness, that balls to showcase something ultra violent and go with it and run with it. It just seems a bit fake, which is hilarious, given the entire premise of the movie and what happens to the character in this movie. If it all being fake, it's all a mirage. Is it real? Is it not? What they're telling me is real? Am I actually being hunted? This kind of stuff. It's it's a bit of a shame, really. I think the direction's pretty good. I think the effects are on point. Some of the action, like I said, it is pretty good. CGI is for when it's there, it is good as well. It just never reaches those heights of what would make this a long-standing, memorable action movie, a cult action movie. Having said that, this remake or movie that's more akin to the novel is a lot better than a lot of the remakes we've had over the past few years of action movies. I'm thinking Old Boy, which is funny because Josh Brolin's in this and he does all right for his part in this. Other films like that, Total Recall.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
What a fucking disaster that movie was. This Running Man variant is nowhere near that level of disaster. It's fun. It is a fun movie. Just for me, it doesn't reach that point. We're going there, and then it flatlines. It absolutely flatlines towards the end and just kind of peters out, and it's a shame. Really is a shame. I was really hoping for this bang for buck ending, and sadly it doesn't come. Really doesn't come. But nevertheless, I think if you're looking for a good Saturday night popcorn action movie, I don't think you can go very much wrong with this film. I really don't. For me, this is a lot better than the recent Predator that we had. This movie knows what it's trying to do, and it's got a bankable star, I think. And it's got some good direction, it's got some fun moments, and some of the action is alright as well. I don't think you can go very wrong with this movie at all if you're looking for something just a bit of fun. Is it going to change the world? No. Is it going to be as memorable or as cult level worthy as The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger? No, I don't think it is. Is this something that Glen Powell's going to push forward, maybe for a sequel? I don't know. Who knows? But it's not going to hurt him either. I think this will very much serve him, possibly in the same way that The Running Man served Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But he's fun to watch, Glen Powell, and if you're just going in this movie to watch Glen Powell and see where his trajectory is going as an actor, again, you can't go wrong with having a look at this film. So I did enjoy myself. I've got to admit, I enjoyed myself a lot more than watching Predator Badlands, I've got to say. but it ain't going to change my world. Will I forget about it? Probably, but it'll always be there in the back of my mind. When I go back and watch The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll probably think, yeah, you know, that one with Glen Powell was alright, wasn't it? And maybe if it's on TV, I'll catch it, or whenever it pops up on Netflix, or whatever that may be, I'll probably catch it again. Am I going to seek it out though? I don't think so. But nevertheless, it's still a good movie, well worthy of your time if you're looking for something a bit light, cheerful, and a bit fun in places. Alright, I'm going to leave this review there. If you enjoyed this review, then please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And let me know what your thoughts are on The Running Man and Glen Powell as an actor. What do you think about him? What do you think about this movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.